If you've ever built the perfect watch list, loaded up your indicators, set alerts, and still missed the move, you're not alone. That's exactly why I tested Trade Ideas, TrendSpider, and TradeStation side by side to find out which one actually helps you catch trades in real time. And one of them quietly changed the way I trade forever. Stick around because what I found might surprise you. But before I even downloaded a free trial or opened my wallet, I did what most skeptical traders do. I read through Reddit, Trustpilot, random blog comments, you name it. I wasn't just looking for the hype. I wanted to see where these automated trading programs might fall short, especially if I was going to commit real capital. And with Trade Ideas, one particular review caught my attention. One trader said he reached out with questions before buying, and instead of a solid response, they offered him a 15% discount. Then, days later, he saw they were giving out 25% discount on the website. That made him question if the company was desperate. And honestly, such a thing could be a red flag, but in this case, I think it's more about how competitive the space is. Most tools in the best automated trading software category are running promos pretty much constantly. So it's more of a marketing quirk than a reflection of the product itself, especially because other reviewers I found had the exact opposite experience. One guy said Trade Ideas became his edge, not because it handed him easy wins, but because it kept him out of the market when his setups weren't there yet. Another long-term user said he's used this automated trading app daily for 3 years straight to track gap percentage and volume, and he called it absolutely essential. I've had a similar experience myself. When I'm trading volatile small caps, those alerts are the reason that I can keep up. Alright, now onto TrendSpider. One user mentioned that only intraday charts are available and that the learning curve is pretty steep, especially if you're not already a pro. And I actually get that. When I started with TrendSpider, I did feel a little overwhelmed with the automation and custom scanners, but here's the thing. The team behind it actually built the platform for advanced charting and technical setups. It's not a hand-holding beginner tool, and that's kind of the point. You do need to invest some time, but once it clicks, you realize how much faster you can spot setups. And there's this satisfied trader that called their raindrop charts and automation features unique to the trading landscape. And honestly, I agree. When you get past that learning curve, the customizability becomes a serious edge, especially for swing trades. Alright, then onto TradeStation. Someone here left a review complaining about the mobile app crashing during market open. And yeah, I've actually had that happen too. It's frustrating, but the TradeStation's strength isn't on mobile. It's the desktop powerhouse that they've built over the decades. If you're using TradeStation for pro-level strategy testing or model migration, the mobile app is not your primary tool anyways. Digging deeper, I actually found many traders who swear by this tool too. So one reviewer said he's traded on every major automated trading platform over the last 45 years, and TradeStation is where he finally landed. That actually says a lot. So yeah, none of these platforms are perfect, but based on what I saw, the negatives are more like friction points that you work through, not necessarily deal breakers. And when the positives start stacking up, it becomes obvious why each of these has a pretty loyal user base. Alright, and once I moved past the reviews and I actually spent some time with the software, the differences between these automated trading systems really started to show, especially when it came to the core features. So let's start with Trade Ideas, and the feature that surprised me the most. Brokerage Plus turns it from a scanner into a full trading workstation. I connected my interactive brokers account and was literally placing trades from inside the platform using one-click chart entries. But what surprised me the most is the ability to automate my strategies within that same module. Then there's the Odds Maker. This backtesting tool lets you analyze how any setup has historically performed. I could input a strategy, define my position size, entry-exit rules, and then I could instantly see the win rate, profit factor, and projected equity curve. I think, honestly, this alone makes Trade Ideas one of the best automated trading software solutions that I've ever tested. Another standout feature is TradeWave, their AI-driven trend indicator. It gives clear buy-sell signals directly on your charts. As someone who sometimes second-guesses exits, This helped me stay in trades longer and exit with more confidence. It doesn't replace decision making, but it sharpens it. Then there's their Holly strategies. This is where Trade Ideas really separates itself from other automated trading platforms. Their AI trades dozens of strategies in real time. I don't follow them blindly, but it's a great way to get ideas and spot setups that I wouldn't have seen otherwise. Okay, now over to TrendSpider. This automated trading platform stands out for one thing above all: automated technical analysis. Their AI strategy tool lets you set predictive price targets and stop losses based on historical pattern recognition. So I built a simple R over R based breakout strategy and I backtested it in seconds. This tool gave me specific signals based on the probability of price reaching the target before the stop. It pretty much felt like I was plugging directly into a quant desk. Alright, then there's multi-time frame analysis. This was a game changer for my swing trades. So I could apply indicators from multiple time frames on a single chart, like combining 15 minutes RSI with daily trend lines. It sounds a little bit basic, but this drastically cut down my analysis time. So instead of flipping back and forth between charts, I had a single unified view. And of course, the raindrop charts tool. At first, I didn't get the hype about this one, but once I understood how they combine price and volume into a single candle, I saw how much info I was missing on, the traditional charts. It filters out market noise and highlights real commitment behind the price moves. I started using raindrops to validate trend breakouts, and it gave me way more confidence. Now, if you want the best automated trading software that combines strategy testing, execution, and charting under one roof, TradeStation is tough to beat. The Hot Lists window shows you real-time trade ideas based on unusual volume, implied volatility, or other criteria. I used this to scan for options-related equities with high IV crush potential, and it surfaced some pretty solid trades that I wouldn't have caught on my own. The Trade Bar tool lets you quickly place market or limit orders across asset classes. What I like most is how it syncs with Trade Manager, so you get real-time feedback on open positions. It's sleek, and unlike some competitors, it doesn't lag. Strategy testing on TradeStation is arguably its crown jewel. You can run detailed backtests on historical data, then convert those strategies into real-time automation with just a few clicks. I tested an old VWAP mean reversion strategy and actually improved its performance by optimizing just one variable, all inside the chart analysis tool. But these best automated trading platforms are not perfect, right? I did notice a few trade-offs while using each platform. With Trade Ideas, the interface isn't exactly beginner-friendly. At first, I felt intimidated by the interface, but once I spent some time exploring, it started to make sense pretty quickly. TrendSpider also had a learning curve, but honestly, that complexity is what gives it an edge. Like, if you take the time to learn it, it opens doors that most platforms can't. You are not going to master this one in a day, but if you're serious about trading, you'll appreciate that depth. And with TradeStation, I have to tell you that the mobile app is not great. I use the desktop version for just about everything serious, and that's, where the real power is. And if you stick to desktop, it's one of the most stable platforms that I've worked with. And with, such power and functionality, you'd expect these automated trading platforms to be super expensive, right? But surprisingly, all three of these platforms are what I would consider reasonably priced when you consider what you're getting. Trade Ideas might feel expensive if you're just getting started trading, but if you actively trade and rely on fast scanners and AI signals, it's well worth it. TrendSpider is right in the sweet spot, especially for swing traders who want automation without getting buried in code. And TradeStation, surprisingly accessible, especially given how much functionality they offer. Check the link in the description to see updated pricing and unlock any free trials or promos while they're still active. So, after testing these top automated trading platforms side by side, here's my take. If you're a day trader who relies on speed, alerts, and AI strategy testing, Trade Ideas gives you an edge. If you're a swing trader who thrives on technical setups and custom indicators, TrendSpider will feel like a cheat code. And if you want a powerhouse for strategy, backtesting, and execution in one place, TradeStation is I think still one of the most complete platforms out there. You'll find links in the description to check each one out and grab any free trials or discounts available there.